Today, I want to talk about putting yourself first over everybody else. And I know that sounds bad. I know it sounds bad, but here's the thing. I came to a sad realization years ago that people are going to people put themselves over everybody else. And so, I mean, like, in certain cases, like, obviously it doesn't apply. Obviously, if you have kids, you have to put their needs first, even for them. You got to put their needs first for a time. But eventually, as they get older, you start to not do it as much as they get old. In fact, yeah, age like 0 to like 10 or 12, you're putting them before everything else. But once they get to be a teenager, that's when you can start to have a life again if you're single. And you can start to date around and not have to think about them so much because like they're okay, like they can take care of themselves. Like you have a life to live, you have happiness to fulfill, you have a purpose to get on. So I mean, and I know that most people that I meet don't. I mean, it sounds sad, but it's true. I know that most people that I meet, I'm not at the forefront of their mind, on a daily basis or even on a monthly basis. That sounds sad, but it's true. Not even my own father. My dad. I know he doesn't think about me every day. You know. Well, maybe I'm exaggerating, but it's how it feels sometimes. So, but seriously though, like, you know, it's important though, but at the same time, it's important to have people in your life who enhance it because, um, just because, somebody doesn't think about you all the time doesn't mean they're not going to be a positive force in your life. Like, I also know at this point in my life right now that there's also two types of people in your life. People who bring you grief and misery, and then people who bring you peace, encouragement, positivity, and make you feel better. Um, so you really want to have as much people in your life who are going to give you peace, prosperity, and make you feel encouraged all throughout, you know, as much as your life is possible. Um, because it's because most people don't know how to do that. They're most people don't know how to bring peace and comfort to other people. Most people, generally speaking, um, have no problem, show no tact in voicing how they feel, even if it might come across as, disrespectful or mean, or not nice. Some people just have that personality, and they don't know how to change it, and it's just who they are. And um, yeah, I mean, it's like trying to fix a tree stump. My dad has had the same personality, um, you know, since I was born. He's not going to change, but I don't hold that against him because that's who he is. Expecting for him to change is like expecting for the sky to turn green or red. Like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You know. So I think we are. I think not to turn this into a therapy session or anything. I think we have a pretty good relationship. Um, my mother's. In case you're wondering, when my mother's deceased, I do miss her, but you know, I've learned to I do miss her, but you gotta go throughout life, move on with life, and you gotta pursue your other goals. You know, not much I can do. Um, but yeah, so always put yourselves and your goals above all else, including your spouse. You know, if you have a spouse that gives you an ultimatum and they tell you, hey, you need to, you know, focus on being a wife or focus on being a husband instead of getting into all this business stuff. I would say you leave them right away. No discussion. And I'm a little bit biased by saying this. Obviously, I haven't been married or anything like that. I've never been married before. Um, for decades, like some people have. But yeah, you should at least separate yourself. I mean, no, only a distorted person who says, "Do this, or I'm going to leave you." Like that's ridiculous. I wouldn't do that. I would just leave. If somebody did something I didn't like, I would just leave. I wouldn't give them ultimatums. That's ridiculous. So especially I wish somebody would tell me to quit my business endeavors, uh, in place of me being a house anything house husband, house boyfriend, living boy. I wouldn't. No, like I'm always gonna, at least till the day I die, I'm gonna be pursuing my business goals because that's what I take pride in. I mean, even though I haven't had the success that I want, I'm gonna keep on trying because that's the difference between being a winner and being a loser. Losers give up and they just settle for the scraps that life gives them, and winners keep on pursuing even if they're not doing well. They just try a different way. And at this point, I can honestly say that's where I am now. So the take-home message here is: don't put your needs behind the needs of a significant other or your friend or even your children. Obviously, if you have children, you need to make certain adjustments, but you can always pursue whatever thing you have, depending on whatever goal you have, depending on your situation. You can always make it work. I don't care whether you're starting a business or starting a nonprofit, pursuing your master's or PhD. Um, I'm not a big fan of school, but obviously, some of you people who are watching this are in school, and you've already decided you want to do it. So I mean, I know I can't stop you, but um, so I'm gonna say yes. That's why I say whether you're in school, getting your master's, PhD, whether you're completing a fellowship, uh, you know, don't let anybody deter you from that. You know, because you'll be a much happier person uh, as a result. All right, thanks for watching.